Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're going to be recycling Christmas cards. I have a lot of Christmas cards that are my favorites, so I really enjoyed making this video. Now it's best if you can peel off the back of the part of the card you're going to use to make it as thin as possible. You don't have to, but at the end you'll see why that is better, because if you put a candle or lights inside the glass or the vase, it's going to glow much better. So just take the card and trim off any part of it that you don't want to use. Although I like this card and I thought it had a pretty frame around it, it wouldn't fit down in the vase very well. And also some of the edges of the card was a little nicked, and so it was just best to trim it. And really, depending on the size of your glass, you wouldn't have to have one this tall at all, or your vase. I keep saying glass, but you know what I mean. You could also do this with like a recycled jar, like a mayonnaise jar, or something like that that's smooth. Maybe not necessarily using a mason jar, or something that has the molded print on it, but anything that's smooth could be recycled to make a vase out of it. So once I get it trimmed down, I've got the back off of it, just drop it down in there and make sure it's going to fit. And then the next step, you're going to need your Mod Podge. So go ahead and get the Mod Podge and a paintbrush, and glitter is optional, but I do recommend the glitter, especially with this card. I thought it was a snowy scene, so the glitter just helped that. But you're just going to put the Mod Podge down in the jar. Don't worry if you get it on the bottom. It's not going to matter at all. You just want to be sure and put a thick coat. And once you have your card in, you'll see kind of how much space it's going to take up. Put that in first. You know, just the right size for the card to slide down in. And again, make sure you have a nice thick coat that the card will adhere to. Once you get the card inside, that's when you'll go back in with the Mod Podge and get the rest of the inside coated. The way we're making this, we're going to try not to put anything on the outside, or not much anyway. That way it's easy to clean. So let's go ahead and put the card inside. And it's a little messy. You may want to wear gloves unless you're a crafter and glue doesn't bother you. But once you put it in there, it still has a little bit of stiffness to it, so you're going to want to get your hand in there and really push that up against the glass. Another thing you might use is the paintbrush, or the back of the paintbrush, a wooden spoon, something like that, where you can really get in there and make sure it's sticking to the glass. And one thing to bear in mind, the way we're doing it with all of the glue and stuff on the inside, is this is water soluble, and so, or water based. So I wouldn't put water in this, and fresh flowers by no means, but maybe some fake flowers would be pretty in it, or something like that, or dropping a tea light candle in there. Now I use battery powered, or even the little LED lights down in there would be pretty. But what we're going to use, just as an example, is the battery powered tea light. Because again, because we're putting everything on the inside instead of the outside, I wouldn't want a flame or anything inside there. Or anything like the old Christmas lights that tend to get hot. LED lights stay cool. That's something easy to put in. As a matter of fact, you can get a cute set at the Dollar Tree that runs on batteries. But now we are to the point that we're going to go ahead and put the glitter in. What I do is just pour a nice little amount down inside the vase or the glass, and then just start rolling it and let it coat everywhere that the back of the glass and the sides where the Mod Podge is at. And then just have a plate or a paper or something nearby so that you can pour out any extra glitter, and you can just put it right back in your jar to reuse it again later. Now another alternative, depending on the card you have, you could leave it just clear glass, or I don't know if you remember some videos I did back with the fake stained glass ornaments. You could do that around this card as well. So I'm actually going to be doing something else with that stained glass look in the next couple of weeks actually. But that would have worked on this too. I just didn't, I wanted to mix it up, you know, give you some different ideas. So on this one, the card I thought just went well with glitter. So once you've got your card in there, it's adhered nicely, you've got all the other sides of the glass completed, the glitter's in it, you're just going to set it, I let it sit overnight and dry. And then we come back to this. You can see it's very sheer, but you can definitely see the glitter there. And so now we're going to see what it looks like. It's pretty as is in daylight, but I want you to see the glow that it gives off with that little tiny little tea light. I just think it's really cute and a great way if you have special Christmas cards that you don't necessarily want to get rid of, or maybe just a pretty one, you know. This is one great way to recycle your Christmas cards. And it's such a nice glow. And now, like I said, you could leave it like it is because there's nothing on the outside, so it's easy to dust, things like that. But washi tape comes in such pretty colors and designs now. Here are three that I think look good for holiday. We have the silver glitter one that would be perfect on this one, I think, because it still lends to a little bit of an elegant look. Or you could see, if you want it more whimsical, you could do something like that. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I've got more Christmas videos coming.